Welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. I am, Fred Farnacle. No, make it 400. And we are going to continue into, Dendero, or however it's pronounced, whatever, the mountains that we are in, to go find, the Masa Moon, because, well, the hero's supposed to have the sword, and for whatever reason he ran off, so I guess we're going to do it, because the game tells it. You know, there's nowhere else to go, so let's just do it. Anyway, yeah, but, well, I guess because we're trying to stop Magus, so if the sword can kill Magus, then we might as well go get the sword. Whether or not it matters, whether or not, we have a hero to wield it, it doesn't matter, we just need the sword. So anyway, what to talk about? Well, since there's not really anything to talk about at the moment, I'm going to talk about, sequels. Sequels are actually... Sequels and remakes, I guess, is what I'm going to talk about. I really apologize to the person, I can't remember the exact name, but I apologize to the person who sent this, because I really kind of forgot about it. But someone said something saying they didn't like how Jak 3, you know, people didn't like that, and because they kept comparing it to the original, you know, and that, and just in general, has got me thinking about how it's really tough to make a sequel, in a way, or a game that, you know, when you make a really good game, like, for example, the one that obviously comes to mind is Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time, even though I think it's unfairly praised, sometimes overly unfairly praised, it's a good game, but I think it's overly praised too much. But anyway, you know, that game, a lot of times, games that come out afterwards are, of course, going to be compared to it, and how much it's not like this, or how much it is like this. Is it way too much like that, or is it, you know, not close enough to it? You know, again, Wind Waker, oh, it's too different. Oh, Twilight Princess is too much similar, and it's, you know, it's kind of hard to make a sequel because you constantly get compared to the original. You know, again, with like movies, really, it's hard to make a sequel, partly because, you know, what do you make a sequel on? Because you're essentially, it's a little different. Video games is easier to make a sequel, but it's a little harder with movies because you have, you know, you have to come up with a new storyline. That's, again, you have to be faithful to the original and try not to be differentiate too much from what made it successful. But if you make it the same thing, then what's the point of releasing a sequel? But anyway, you know, yeah, I 100% agree. I think people unfairly, even I, unfairly judge things based on, I guess the major thing is, of recent news is probably, and I don't know if it's a big thing, I personally don't think it's a big thing, but, Kirby's Epic Yarn is 100%, or really different from what we've seen from Kirby games, and there's some people out there who are like, well, I don't know if I like this, because it's way different, and I think part of that is just because they're used to what, Kirby usually is, which is the copy abilities and floating and all that stuff, and that's not there anymore, and you know, they're comparing it to the... Not even on purpose, you're comparing it to the original. Yeah, talk to this guy and you'll get a tab eventually. So yeah, just keep talking to him until you get a magic tab. But yeah, I think people, you know, even subconsciously sometimes, like, they're used to, you know, something being this way, and if it's not that way, well, you know, it's like, okay, I kind of like it being, like that or something. Anyway, I equipped, I think it was the silver earring, but one of the silver things, I think it was the earring, to Robo. I like equipping it, I probably don't need to, but basically, it increases the health by 50%, so I like equipping it to Robo usually, because I usually use Robo as a healer, and, you know, Robo, you know, and there's later another one that can increase even more, but Robo as a healer, so I usually add that to him to give him more health, and also just the fact that he's, you know, pretty strong as well, so it will basically allow him to basically live quite a bit. So I usually like to add that to him too. Of course, I got rid of the speed bell, but with the speed tabs, he's gotten a bit faster anyway. And I'm using some tabs here. But yeah, you know, as someone who's trying to go into animation and, you know, stuff like that, you know, I 100% can understand what, like, okay, for example, I used to do paintings. I don't do them as much now, but I made acrylic paintings. And the first painting I made, you know, would just, you know, wowed everyone because you know, my art teacher wowed her because it was pretty good, and it wasn't like I hadn't had stuff great before then. It was just really impressive to her. And then every painting I did after that wasn't exactly bad, but you know, I think personally she compared it to the original a little bit, and I think I even compared it to the new ones to the original a little bit, because I was trying to top them, and it's hard to top the original because of the effect that happened when the first one came out, and it's hard to, you know, not even just nostalgia, it's kind of nostalgia, but it's more the fact that the impact of something happening the first time, it's hard to replicate that same impact with the same kind of thing. Like, it's easy, like, if you play, you know, a Zelda game, and then you play a Kirby game, that's not the same thing. I'm saying, like, you know, you play a Zelda game, it's really, you know, you really are impressed by it, and then you play another game, it's like, in the Zelda series, and it's like, I like the first one better, because you're comparing it to the impact you had from first playing the first one. You know, and I think that, again, I think sometimes people unfairly, judge it based on the original. I'm the win! Whoosh! So we have these kids playing around this sword. That's dangerous. Don't play around that sword. Oh, stop. Hammer time. I need to stop doing that. Are you here for the Masa Moon? Yes. Thought so. Wait a second, okay? Oh, big brother, where are you? Masa. Wait. Masa. What is it? Moon? Masa Moon? You named yourself after a sword? That's kind of cool. So you want to get a name for yourself by grabbing the Masa Moon. What a buffoon! Humans are so silly. Aren't you human? I mean, look at you. You're little boys. That's how you use the sword, not what sword is it. You can't even understand something as simple as that. That's why you're human. No, we're human because we were born human, and technically one of us is a robot, so whatever. The usual test, then. You can entertain us for a while. Alright. Whoosh! What are they doing? Crap, they're not human. Okay, let's kill these things. Now, what you want to do with this battle is you basically want to attack only one of them. It's not hard. It can be a little... They can attack you, but it's not that hard. Just attack one of them, and that's it. Just keep attacking one of them. And that's it. Just do that. But yeah, I think people unfairly... Again, they fairly judge it based on the original sometimes, and I think sometimes you need to reserve your judgment and try not to compare it to the original, and compare it just basically on it itself. And that's why I think time, you know, in previous installments sometimes should be reserved and should be, you know, cast aside when you analyze a game, because, or any medium, because, you know, again, it's going to affect your opinion sometimes to an unfair extent. And with remakes, I don't really have enough time to get in deep with remakes, but with remakes, I'm kind of depressed by how much, you know, stuff that's coming out is a remake. And I don't mean necessarily re-releases. I'm talking about stuff like, you know, the new Karate Kid, the A-Team. It's basically the same thing, but with new cast. And it's the same concept with new cast and new, you know, basically a slightly different plot. But for the, you know, that kind of stuff, it's like, you know, we're losing our creativity to an extent when we keep, you know, just remaking the same thing, and I think remakes need to kind of tone it down quite a bit. I could go into depth, but I'm out of time for that, so I apologize. Hey, they're pretty tough. Only Cyrus. Oh, that knight guy who's supposed to be really good. This is tyrants for real. Wait. Alright, this is it. Yeah, we mean business. Okay, what are you gonna do then? Okay, with Masa's bravery and Moon's knowledge. What the heck? To become... What the... What is that?